Okay, so I'd like to talk about recovery, and I'd like to talk about setbacks as well. So maybe you're recovering from some problems. It could be depression, you could be recovering from an eating disorder, you could be recovering from a drug problem, an alcohol problem, it could be a gambling problem, anything, any major problem that affects your life and makes life hard to live. You might be recovering. In fact, you might be doing really well. But what can happen is setbacks. You can have a real setback, and it might be a setback that you've caused, but we're not perfect. We're all human beings and we're all flawed. Nobody is perfect, you know. There's no one that's got all the answers. And it's very hard when you have a setback. So say you've been, you've not drunk alcohol for 6 months, you've not taken any drugs, you've not been depressed, you've not been gambling your money, whatever it is. If you have a setback, it can really get you down. It can make you feel really, really depressed. Possibly even suicidal, or it can just make you feel like shit because you've done so much hard work, and then it's like that feeling, isn't it? Like, oh, not again, oh no, it's happening again, I'm never gonna recover, things are never ever gonna change, this is gonna be my life forever. That's how you can feel. You can feel like when you have a setback, you can think, this is it, it's not going to change. But the best thing to do if you can is not to panic, just know that it's a massive world and you're not the only one. Okay, I'm not saying that's going to help you, but if you can try and get your problems into some sort of perspective, people have come through all sorts. And you've got to try and go easy on yourself, because it's very easy to beat yourself up when you feel like you've let yourself down and you've been doing so well. It's very easy to be hard on yourself. And I know what it's like, when you're at rock bottom, or when you're feeling depressed. You don't have any energy really when you're depressed, physical energy or even mental energy. You can't think clearly. So if you've had a setback now, you might be watching this video and you might be able to relate to that. You can't think clearly, you just can't, your mind's like foggy, it's really hard. And you may have been doing really well. You may have thought that you've put the bad times behind you. You might have gone through hell, absolute hell on earth, because we all deal with different things, and it's like we deal with things differently. So the things that affect me, the things that get me down, might not bother you, and the things that really bother you might not bother me. But it's about perception, isn't it? Everything in life is about perception. You can look in the mirror one day and you can think, oh, I'm looking quite good today, and then the next day you look in the mirror and you think, God, I'm looking old, I've got some lines. And perception is a big thing. It's all about how you perceive yourself. So that's what I'm saying. What's a problem to you might not be a problem to someone else, but it's still a problem. It's still a problem. And if you've had a setback, you might have lost a bit of hope. But you've got to remember that you will have setbacks on the road to your recovery. Life is going to be good again. I don't know when it's going to be. It might not be next week, but sometime in the future, you will make sense of all the stuff that you've been through. And that's the way I view my problems. I would rather have not gone through the things that I've been through regarding depression. Very, very bad. For me, it was very, very bad. I mean, I'm not, by any means, I don't think I'm the only one, because obviously I'm not. It's, a lot of people have had that type of depression, but yeah, you've just got to kind of think that stuff's going to get better, and you'll look. I think you'll look back on the problems that you've been through, and you'll make sense of it. Really, you'll even the stuff that you'd rather have not gone through. Maybe there's a reason. I mean, I'm not into like fate. I don't really believe that in fate. I think we make our own fate. We make our own choices and all that. But I think sometimes we have to go in a way. We go through these problems because it's our mind's way of working out. I don't know. It's hard to put into words. Sometimes you just sort of feel like you have to go through these things, but the key is not to succumb. Don't give in to the addictions or the depression. Just try and accept yourself, accept who you are, recognise that you've made mistakes in your life, and just keep going. If you've had a setback, just keep going. And thanks for watching.